Hello, ma'am.
Hi, hi, Sanaya.
It is such a pleasure to have you as a co-host, and we are going live for this session where we are going to talk about work for women, how it has been work from home for women, and there's no better person who can talk about this topic other than you, because you being a woman, being a working woman, how you have handled this situation of pandemic and how you are shining, that's such a big inspiration for all women over here. I would like to welcome you to this live session. You are Mrs. Sunita Singhvi, who is the Extension Committee Chairperson of Being Manav. I welcome you for this video.
Thank you so much, Sanaya. Thank you so much. Uh, is Shikha ma'am have joined us?
Yes, she is online, and after I finish speaking to you, I will be adding her on the
Okay.
stage.
So first of all, thank you so much, Shikha ma'am, like for sparing few moments of your valuable time for this webinar. And thank you so much, Sanaya. Without your support, this was not possible at all. You have always been so patient, so cooperative. So hats off to you, women, for always
Ma'am.
supporting us. And I think this webinar is going to be like very informative and fruitful to everyone. So I think Sanaya, most of them
Yes,
have joined. So
because
let's get started.
yes.
Yeah,
So
so
now I'm going to bring Shikha ma'am on board.
yeah, over to you, and over to Shikama.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Welcome
hello,
to
sir.
our live session. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time for being Manav and for this live session where we are going to talk about work from home for women. And I would like to introduce our audience to you. I feel that if a woman talks about work from home for women, working women like you, a leader, I think it's the best way a person can express. And through this video, we will be able to help many women around who are facing different problems in their day-to-day life due to this pandemic. And ma'am, over to you now.
Thank you so much, Sanaya, for having me here. A big thanks to Sunita, who's doing so much work in the space of women empowerment. Hats off to her as well. More power to you and to Sunita. Thank you for having me on your show. And yes, work from home has caused a lot of anxiety, stress, turmoil, because as a woman, or a superwoman, whatever we call ourselves, we manage a lot, right, Sanaya? We manage home, we manage kids, elders, our society, and most importantly, our offices, right? And all of this is packed in just 24 hours. Yeah.
Yes, it feels very short time for us. We have to do so much, and the time is just running out of our hands.
Very true. You know, sometimes I symbolize that, or I think of that image of Durga, right? Goddess Durga has like 9 hands, and each one of us has just 2 hands and 24 hours. I wish all of us had 9 hands, and working from home would have become much easier. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, if we talk about work from home, uh, it is always presumed that if it's a woman, means she has to handle the household chores, and the full responsibility of the house will be on her. And if she chooses to work other than the household work, if she chooses to go out and work, so that is her added duty. So what is your take on this?
Yeah. So, our society or the way we have been brought up from the time when we were little girls, it's always assumed, or it's a part of our DNA, our culture, our upbringing, that, the woman has to manage the house, right? But I think today's society is changing, correct? Even the boys are taught to do a little bit of household chores and help their mothers and all that. But by design, or for so many years, like history tells us, and even today, that's how we've been brought up, right? That you have to manage home. Now, if you want a career beyond managing a home, it's your choice, but then home remains a responsibility, a primary responsibility of the woman. And that is why the women experience so much of stress, right? Because they're trying to do so many things in those 24 hours that we spoke about. But I think striking a balance between work, your domestic stuff, your household things, and your office is very important, right? Otherwise, both your worlds will collapse, right? You have to run both these worlds, your home and your office, very efficiently, correct? And yeah, I think as we go on, we'll discuss how do we do that, correct? I'm not able to hear you, Sanaya. I think you're on mute.
Ma'am, now
Yes, this is good. Yeah.
I wanted to know that what changes can be done,
Mhm.
what precautions can be taken, what changes can be done, so that the society accepts that the household work has to be divided with the partner, and it is not solely the women's responsibility. What steps can be taken to improve this situation?
See, in my mind, there are only two things. For the present generation, for people like all of us, right? Whoever is married, the spouse has to start taking responsibility, right? The husband has to be an equal partner in sharing the workload at home, in attending to the children, in attending to parents at home. Some people even have pets, right? So he has to share that equal responsibility. The woman and the man have to manage their office calendars and their home responsibilities equally. That's one. Second, I think there are certain households where the seniors, right, whether it's in-laws or parents, contribute little. Maybe if they take that step of contributing a little more, right, so that it becomes for the woman of the house to
Easy.
manage everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Third thing that comes to my mind is certain kids are very dependent on mamas, mama's pet,
Yeah.
mama's boy,
Very true.
mama's
Very
girl. Right? Mama khana degi to khayenge, mama brush degi to brush karenge, right? So kids also becoming a little more responsible, little more mature. Yeah, that will free up the woman's time, right? They manage their stuff, the kids can manage their stuff, the parents can do their bit, the husband can help in the house. I think if everybody assumes their responsibility in a very effective manner, right, I don't think so it's going to be a challenge anymore, right? That everybody is doing their bit, everybody is contributing, right? And the man and the wife have to manage their office calendars accordingly, right? I think
Yes.
that's the easiest solution
I
today.
think you have said it very correctly, that the measures have to start from the family, starting with the partner to the kids. They also should take the responsibilities. They should try to be little independent. And also, the in laws or the elderly people of the family can help and support the women by distributing their responsibilities. True, ma'am.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like uh, what is the scenario in the organizations? I would want to know that do organizations consider that if they are giving any particular work assignment to a woman, So, do they expect that there will be falters from her side because she has added the responsibilities of the family? How is
No,
the
no,
work
no.
culture?
No, no, not really. I mean, these days, Sanaya, all the organizations are equal opportunity employer, right? On top of that, there are so many organizations which focus on diversity hiring. They specifically hire women for certain roles, right? So women are leading. Now, an organization thinking that just because the woman has so much to do on her head, that is why her work or her output or her deliverables will have mistakes. I don't think so. That is the situation. Nobody thinks that way. Third,
Okay.
organizations are very empathetic also, right? We know everybody is struggling. There are situations which women are facing at home. Say, for example, somebody has a sick person at home to look after, right? Or the situation at home is not great. So organizations are very empathetic, right? It's a win-win. It's a win-win situation between the manager and the reportee to say, okay, tell me how much time will you take to finish this work, right? Doing the right scoping, the right work sizing, how much time, effort will it take, when can you deliver it, right? I think that is working very well, right? And women
Yes,
are rising
being
up to the occasion.
as you are an HR leader, I assume that you would be the best person to answer this question. And as you are saying that organizations have become very competitive, plus they are very the environment, the working environment is very good. So why not the household? Why not the family people can support and change their mindset and encourage a woman in working? And if it is a work from home, they should definitely be a helping hand rather than being problematic.
Absolutely. Like I said, this should be done. And I think it's been a long time, right, Sanaya, since we've been working from home, 16, 17 months. I remember
Months.
going to office in March 2020. We are in August 2021, and since then, all of us have been at home. So, a lot of families have changed. I see change around me happening, right? Where the spouses have become more responsible, parents have started taking responsibility, right? So, it's not so much so on the woman. It's a very, I mean, and everybody is in those 24 walls. I mean, 24 by 7 in these walls, right? Sorry, not going out anywhere. So, everybody is supporting each other, trying to do their bit. I think now we are much better, but when the pandemic had just started, everything was very, nobody was prepared for it, right? You did not know whether you're going to be like this for 3 months, 6 months, and now it's too long a journey, and we're getting back to like this. So some societies, some families have changed, some are yet to change. My appeal to the audience would be the sooner we understand that, this woman of your house, who's your so-called daughter, daughter-in-law, somebody's wife, somebody's mother, needs you. She's trying heart and heart. She's trying her best to cater to everyone, whether the person is at home or the person is at office, right? She needs your
Women,
support.
yes, we women take it that it is my responsibility to cater to respond to everybody's needs. And in this process, because of work from home, we might falter sometimes, we might fail sometimes. How would you say that a woman should face failure?
Ah, good one. First thing I want to say, it's okay not to be a superwoman. It's
True.
perfectly all right just to be a woman. You are who you are. You are beautiful the way you are. You are complete the way you are, right? You exhibit beauty, you exhibit duty, right? You exhibit all the good values that you have. It's perfectly all right not to be a superwoman. Just be a woman, just be you. I think that is important.
Yes.
Secondly, what you asked me, how to face failures. Failures are a part of life. Life, see, if the heartbeat is a straight line, right, which means you're
Hmm.
dead. If the heartbeat has ups and downs, which means you're alive and kicking, right? So
True.
failures are a part of life. You have to learn from it and you have to move on. And failures happen every single day. Something goes wrong in the house, something goes wrong at the office. Yes, the risk in both the places, the stakes are very different, right? Things going wrong at the office could cost you much more than what it could cost you at home. So embrace failure. It's okay. Today's not a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. It's just maybe it's a bad day, but it's not a bad life. Life is beautiful. So are you. Learn from it and move on. That's it.
After all, we women are also human beings and we are also bound to make mistakes. Okay.
It's human
So,
to make mistakes.
yeah,
Otherwise, we become gods, Sanaya, if we were perfect, correct? Maybe God is also not perfect. Who knows?
sure. And can you give us any tips how to balance our time so that we give equal attention to our house as well as we fulfill the duties of our workplace? Any tips from your side to balance our time?
Absolutely. I think I can share what I do, especially on a Sunday. I do a little bit of planning, right? Because I know my week, everybody's week starts from a Monday. So if you can do a little bit of planning as to how you're going to complete your household chores versus office work, that helps. But then on a day to day, right? Two, three things. One is look at your calendar first thing in the morning and see what your office day looks like. Meetings, conference calls, deliverables, and then accordingly plan your home tasks. Second is prioritization, right? सब कुछ urgent है, सब कुछ important है. It doesn't work that way, right? There are things which are urgent but not important. There are things which are important but which are not urgent, right? The four quadrant approach. So please prioritize whatever is important and has to be done, right? Has to be done. Whatever is not so important can be pushed by a day or 2 or 3 days. Please do that. Third thing, I think I would suggest delegation, especially at office, right? What is it that you have to do, your tasks, versus what you can pass on to your team members or your direct reports to do? Delegate some piece of work if it is becoming very stressful,
Hmm.
very overwhelming for you to finish everything, right? So delegate. I think delegation is something that you can do, even at home, right? Today, something that you are supposed to do, right? If your spouse can partner and finish that work, or if your mother-in-law can partner and finish that work because you have a busy day. So planning, prioritization, delegation. I think these are the three things that I practice. And last but not the least, take out some me time. This is me time. This is Shikha. What she wants to do before she ends her day. Whether she wants to watch TV or she wants to listen to music or she wants to talk to Shania, for example, anything, right? That me time, what makes me who I am, what I want to do. Before you end your day, every single day, find that me time. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 1 hour, it could be 2 hours, but that me time is important. That gives you energy for the next day. Yeah.
Ma'am, being a woman myself, I also have this tendency of not accepting that I need help. Sometimes we just want to do everything ourselves. We feel we are superwomen and we should not take help and we should be doing everything ourselves. So what is your take on it? How would you suggest that women should be ready to accept help, to ask for help?
We should. We should. I just said, right? Women have this thing in their head that they are superwomen. They have to
Yeah.
do everything alone, right? They should not be asking for help, or if they don't want to ask for help, especially at office, Shania, what happens is when you ask for help, You start thinking, oh, my boss will think I'm not capable enough, oh, I'm not competent enough, or what will my team think? It's not wrong to ask for help. Even at home, if you need help, you need help. See, there are so many of these people, women, especially women, right, who who go through depression, yeah, who go through anxiety, who go through different emotions, right? But who do they talk to? They don't. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say you're not okay. It's okay to say, I want to talk to you. I want to share something. I need help in terms of my managing my emotions, or in terms of doing some household work, or I need help to finish some office work. Each one of us, forget, every woman should ask for help. I have I have I have friends in my circle who've gone through terrible stages, sorry, of depression, because they don't speak up, they don't ask for help, right? So on and so forth, that there are one or two people who've actually gone through surgery. It's painful, it's a painful experience. You don't have to manage everything on your own. Please ask for help, balance it out, right? You will burn out. It'll lead to depression, it'll lead to anxiety. Mental well-being, mental health for every single person. Most importantly, a woman is very important, right? It's
So
very
not
important
only
to feel
physical
good.
health, but also emotional health. We need to accept that we need emotional health. We are emotionally dependent on our family, on our partner, and we do need to seek help at times. And
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong in seeking help.
absolutely no. Family is your closest circle, right?
Mhm.
Talking to your teenagers, talking to your kids, talking to your spouse, talking to your mother, talking to your mother-in-law, whoever you feel comfortable with. Talk, ask for help before it leads to stages of anxiety, depression, mental imbalance. Then it's too late, Sanaya, to fix things at times. So physical help, emotional help, ask for help. There's nothing wrong. It's for your own
And
good.
many time it happens that working women, they do take a break from their office. They do take a break from their work, but they forget to take a break from their family, and they do not take that me time, as you said, as you rightly said earlier. So I would want you to enlighten us more about this. Like women just don't consider themselves separate from the family.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, right, it's a part of our upbringing, our DNA, that,
Yes.
family is everything and we have to take care of them. We have to look after them. I mean, I wouldn't say taking a break from family, but yes, taking that me time, taking that
Mhm.
time off. For example, I have a friend, and she very beautifully tells the family Sunday is a no cooking day, right? She completely takes a break from the kitchen. So either it's the husband who's cooking, or they're doing Swiggy, or Zomato, some online ordering, or they are doing some quick snacks, but she doesn't cook. So she takes that break for one meal or two meals. I think it's nice to do things like that, right? She
Yes.
feels happy. It gives her children and her husband to experiment in the kitchen with some cooking, right? It's okay to take breaks at times and take out that me time. Or maybe, right now it's Corona. If it was not Corona, you can actually go out, spend a 2-day weekend somewhere, come back, refresh, re-energize, feel better. I think it's very important for, like I said, his mental well-being, right? To feel happy, to feel, yes, it's, and taking a break from work is absolutely a good good to go thing,
Necessity.
right? Necessary.
Because
If you cannot do
because
it,
of
you
work
cannot do it.
from home, that thin line between work and home is gone now, and that is why many women are facing this problem. But I feel that even I'm going to follow your advice, and we are definitely going to have no work Sundays henceforth, from starting from tomorrow. We are
Lovely.
definitely going to have this rule of no working Sundays. All thanks to you for this wonderful advice.
I myself do it for one of the meals. I said, no kitchen, no cooking. Let's order some food or,
Yeah.
something like that. It gives you that me time, some relaxation, something you can sit down, chit chat with family. Otherwise, all the time, just goes off in the kitchen, trying to cater to everybody's. Somebody will say, मुझे ये नहीं खाना है, मुझे वो नहीं खाना है, I want this, I want break and do something different. Yeah.
Ma'am, in the end, if you could just point out and list a few pros and a few cons of work from home for women, especially for women, what are the pros and the cons of work from home?
Absolutely. I think the most wonderful thing that has happened is we get time to spend with the family. You don't crave for, that time, oh, kab ghar pahunchungi? When do I get to see children? When do I get to see my spouse? When do I get to? I think the families have become more bonded. We are together. It's so much of personal time, so much of caring, loving, sharing. I think that's a big plus. That's a big, big plus. Another big, I think, plus, not a big plus. Another plus is you save from all the travel and the traffic, right? So you're stuck
True.
in traffic, you have to
Yeah.
commute to the office, right? I think that's another plus. But the biggest plus is yes, family time and everybody being around. You've realized the value of relationships, the value of emotion, the value of being together, right? I think every family has become stronger, has bonded even more. I think that would be the biggest plus. The minus, like you highlighted, Shania, a couple of minutes back, the line between work and home has gone. It's
Yeah.
just fainted, right? So it's become a very non-stop life, 24 by 7, right? Either you're doing office or you're doing home, right? So that way it's become stressful. It's long working hours, stretched working hours, plus with all these lockdowns and corona and all that, all the house help also stops coming. So you're the cook, you're the maid, plus you're the HR person, so you're doing all of it, right? I think that's the only disadvantage, according to me. It's become very, very long working hours. Yeah, that's
But
how I.
till the time we have good souls like you, a very good TED, TED Talk speaker, an expert in your field, till the time we have people like you who want to spread awareness and talk about such issues and who want to encourage women, I feel that slowly and steadily we will be able to counter all these problems and we will be able to uh, we, we'll be successful.
We are successful. If you ask me, we are successful. See, I mean, it's very simple. If life doesn't have any spices, or the food doesn't have any spices, or if you don't have variety, it becomes boring, right? These
Yes,
difficulties, these challenges, what do they do to us? They help us grow, they help us evolve, they help us become a stronger person, a better person, right? इसी का नाम है जिंदगी, right?
yes.
चलती रहेगी,
That's the
चलती
way
रहेगी.
you
Life
should
goes
live
on.
a life, and you have to find a ray of hope even in
Absolutely.
pandemics like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Everything comes in our life to teach us a lesson, right? I'm
true.
sure Prima has taught us a lot of lessons in terms of, what we have lost, what we have
Yes,
gained. And yes, there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
true, ma'am.
Positivity and, a ray of hope, a ray of sunshine for everybody is very important. Wherever
Correct.
you go, carry that sunshine and spread it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you for addressing these important issues and for such valuable tips that we all can really follow and change our lives. Being Manav is so grateful to you.
Thank you
As
so much for having
Thank
me
you
here.
so
It
much
was,
for taking out your precious time and speaking to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was a very heartening conversation. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And whenever you need help, advice, feel free to reach out. I'm just a phone call away. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would again like to thank you and Sunita ma'am for giving us this opportunity, this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunita. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for having me here.